This is the traditional Cherokee story of the Cornhusk doll. So a long time ago, there were three sisters, and the three sisters were corn, beans, and squash. Now corn was the tallest, and from where she grew, she could see the village and all the little children playing every day. Corn loved to watch them play, and she asked the creator, who we called Unetlanahi, if he would make a doll for the children to play with. So Unetlanahi gathered up the dry corn husks from corn, and he made a doll. It was the most beautiful doll that anyone had ever seen. Her house was right outside the village, and the creator told her, "This is where you will live. Every day you'll wake up, you'll walk to the village, and you'll play with the children, because that's what I created you for." So the Cornhusk doll went to sleep and dreamed about going to play with the kids the next day. Now when she woke up, she started walking towards the village. On the way to the village, she noticed a river. When she walked over to the river and looked in, she saw something. She saw her reflection. Now she had never seen herself before, and she noticed how beautiful she was. And so instead of going to the village and playing with the kids, she stayed there all day long and just stared at herself. Now at the end of the day, Unetlanahi, the creator, found the Cornhusk doll, and he said, "Cornhusk doll, what are you doing?" And she said, "I saw my reflection and I saw how beautiful I am. And so I just spent the whole day here looking at my reflection." Now Unetlanahi said to Cornhusk doll, he said, "Cornhusk doll, that's not why I created you. I created you to play with the children. And so tomorrow you need to wake up and you need to go to the village and play with them." Cornhusk doll agreed. She went home and went to sleep. Now the next day, Cornhusk doll woke up, she got ready, and she started walking towards the village. Now this time when she went past the river, she stopped again. She looked over, she saw her reflection, and she was still so amazed at how beautiful she was. And so she sat there all day long and she stared at herself. Now at the end of this day, Unetlanahi came to find her again. And he said, "Cornhusk doll, what did you do all day?" And again she admitted, she said, "I just stared at my reflection and how beautiful I am." Now the creator, Unetlanahi, told her, he said, "Cornhusk doll, this isn't what I created you for. I created you to play with the children." He said, "So you should go home, get some rest. In the morning, I want you to wake up and I want you to go to the village and I want you to play with the kids." Again, Cornhusk doll agreed. She said, "Of course, creator, I'll go home, I'll get some rest. Tomorrow, I promise I'll go to the village." Now this time, the creator told her, he said, "Now Cornhusk doll," he said, "I warned you yesterday and I'm warning you today." And then he said, "But I'm not gonna warn you again." So Cornhusk doll went home, she went to sleep, got some rest, and the next day she woke up and she started walking towards the village to play with the kids. But again, when she passed the river, she just couldn't help but go and look at her reflection. She went over to the river, she looked in, she saw how beautiful she was, and she just spent the entire day staring at herself. Now, At the end of the day, when Unethlenahi came and found her, he said, "Cornhusk doll, what did you do today?" And Cornhusk doll again had to admit that she hadn't gone to the village to play with the kids, but instead she stared at herself all day long. And the Creator said, "Cornhusk doll, what did I create you for?" And the Cornhusk doll told Unethlenahi, she said, "I know that you created me to play with the children." Cornhusk doll looked ashamed, and the Creator looked at her and said, "I warned you the first day, and I warned you yesterday, and I said that I wasn't going to warn you again." And so the Creator took away the Cornhusk doll's face, so that way she could not look at herself anymore. Now, Cherokee people still make this doll for our kids to play with today, and when we make her, we don't put a face on her to remind us of that story.